Hey guys, my name is Amanda and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to have you here today. Here are a few of the projects that I am going to be sharing with you today. And if you like what you see and have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Also, giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. So here is an idea for a gorgeous wreath using a base from the Dollar Tree Plus section. I recently got a Plus section at one of my Dollar Trees and I was thrilled to find such reasonable, awesome deals. Look at this gorgeous wreath. So I found this wreath base. It was only $3, which I think is a very good deal. It's quite large, about the size of Dollar Tree's large wire wreath form. So I also found these little pumpkins at Dollar Tree. They have 4 colors. I'm going to use 3 as our little rescue puppy chewed one of them to bits, but it was a white color. So they have like a white color and then various shades of brown and tan. I'm also going to be using an assortment of florals from the Dollar Tree. So here's my base. I'm going to take each one of those pumpkins and clip off the stems with my wire cutters. I am then going to glue the pumpkins down onto the wreath using hot glue and holding for a second until I know that the hot glue is setting. So here's what those 3 pumpkins look like. But again, if you had all 4 of them, that would be gorgeous as well. Then florals of your choice. I'm going to try and make it uniform. So I'm going to put one of these beautiful florals on either side of my pumpkin arrangement. And then I'm going to go ahead and put another one on either side of my pumpkin arrangement. I'm going to come in with these beautiful maple leaves and I'm going to take clusters of 2 and kind of open them over the wreath so I have a leaf on either side. I'm also going to do that between my flowers so that it looks nice and full, and then I'll put 1 maple leaf on either end of the arrangement. I'm going to come in with these tiny beautiful little orange florals from Dollar Tree and just hot glue 1 to either end of the arrangement, and then a few here and there as I think that they look really pretty. I am also going to come in with some cute little white florals from the Dollar Tree and do the same thing. Just glue them here and there just for a little pop of color and to bring in that little lighter pumpkin. So here I am just trying to add 1 to either side, 1 in the middle, make it look uniform and gorgeous. This wreath is so customizable and so easy to do, so absolutely beautiful, I feel. And since we're just using little dabs of hot glue, this wreath form would be reusable if you went ahead and removed all of these florals. I do that a lot. I like to reuse my wreath bases, and this one is so amazing for $3. So just a few dollars in florals, a few dollars in pumpkins, cut off any excess straw that is sticking out, and you have a beautiful wreath on a Dollar Tree budget. I gifted this one to my neighbor down the street. She loved it and I was so happy. So here's what it looks like. I hope that you like this idea as well. Okay, let's jump right into our next idea using Dollar Tree Plus item. So we're going to make this absolutely gorgeous gather here with grateful hearts, and I took this round wooden tray from Dollar Tree, but it was from the Plus section. It's $3 and it's a nice size and it's a really good quality. I also took this placemat from Dollar Tree. I thought it was so pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay my tray down on top of the center of the placemat, and then I'm going to trace around it. Then I'm going to cut that out. Now it's going to be a little bit large, but at least I have my starting base to work with. So once this is all cut out, I am then going to place this on top of my tray again, and I'm going to feel for where the little edge is of this tray and make a little crease and trace that around so I can get a smaller cut of my placemat. I am then going to paint this entire tray with a Waverly celery chalk paint, a generous coat, and then I am going to make sure it is completely dry before I go ahead and glue down my little circular placemat. Now mine did come out a little bit small for the inside, but I thought that was perfect. You could leave that beautiful color showing through the bottom on the edges, or you could do what I do and add some twine to the edges. So this is another customizable project. And again, the space is $3. And since we're just going to use tiny dabs of hot glue to add on our placemat that's $1, you have a gorgeous $4 project, and you can just remove the placemat later on, and then you can still reuse this gorgeous wooden base. So here it is exactly the way that I like it. And I'm just adding tiny strings of hot glue around the edges of this circle of the cutout placemat, and then pressing it down very firmly and quickly so that the glue does not have time to harden before I get it pressed down. And here is what that looks like. Now I'm going to come in with my twine. I'm going to place a dot of hot glue and then a string of hot glue that I can lay my twine on top of and press it down. I do recommend using finger protectors for this part, which Dollar Tree does sell. I am going to go around that placemat with this twine 2 times, but again, this is totally optional. Once that is done, I decide it needs a little something. So I am going to go around the edges of this tray with one of my favorite new colors from Apple Barrel. It's called Classic Caramel. I'm going to take a small brush and just go all the way around this edge. Once that is done, I decide it needs a little more something, so I tie a tiny shoestring bow with jute string and attach that to the top, and here's what it looks like. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I love the way the colors go together. Such a simple and easy project. I hope you like it. Now let's jump into our next idea, another Dollar Tree Plus DIY that again is so customizable to your colors and style. So this gorgeous, quite large size galvanized pumpkin was from the plus section for $5. It comes on a beautiful stand, and honestly, I think this is a steal of a deal because even DIYing from Dollar Tree, the materials you would need to get something this size and this stability, you would probably spend more than $5. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to paint 3 of the sections with my Waverly Celery chalk paint, and then I am going to paint the base and the stem with my Classic Caramel chalk paint. And for the 2 remaining pumpkin sections, they are going to be Waverly Agave chalk paint. I am then going to take some of the Classic Caramel on a small brush, and I'm going to go in the ridges of my pumpkins, and I'm also going to brush it over the pumpkin so that those gorgeous little bumps from the galvanizing come out and show, and you can see the bumps and the ridges, and I just think it is so pretty. Again, if this is not your color scheme, use whatever colors that you like. I'm going to go around the stem here twice with some twine, and then I'm just going to tie a very simple shoelace bow with my twine and glue it down on the stem. I kept this project very simple, but you could totally deck it out if you want to. You could add some greenery or pumpkins to the base there, whatever you like and think is pretty, but I really like this and it fits in with the decor and part of my living room. Okay, so here's a fun idea. This is another Dollar Tree Plus DIY. This fits in with the colors of my dining room. This gorgeous pumpkin trio with a large stand is $3. Another steal. If you think about it, using 3 pumpkins from Dollar Tree and a base from Dollar Tree, you'd be paying more than $3. So here's the colors I'm using. Classic Caramel, Pumpkin by Waverly, and this Cardinal by Apple Barrel. So I'm going to alternate painting my stripes of pumpkin with those colors, and I'm also going to paint the base with the Classic Caramel. So you can see here how I just alternated those colors, but you can use any colors you like or even scrapbook paper. Now I'm taking this faux leather word from Dollar Tree that says blessed, and I'm going to adhere it to our middle pumpkin with tiny dabs of hot glue. Now here's a package of maple leaves from Dollar Tree. I'm going to adhere one to the top of our middle pumpkin, and then on the left-hand corner of our pumpkin arrangement, I am going to place down 2 leaves that have the colors of our pumpkins. I'm going to kind of fold the leaves, kind of crease them so part of the leaf goes upward and part goes on our stand. Then I'm going to take a little Dollar Tree pumpkin that came on a pick. I'm going to cut off the back and glue it down so it fits fleshly. Add a tiny little shoestring bow to that middle pumpkin, and here is what you have: a gorgeous, customizable, super easy, just over $3 project. Again, you couldn't make this with Dollar Tree items for this price, and I think it is gorgeous. So here's another plus section DIY using a Dollar Tree calendar page. So I'm going to use this 2022 Farm Fresh calendar, but you can use any page you like. If you have been lucky enough to find the new calendars, which I have not, you could totally use them. I'm also going to be using this beautiful wooden piece from the Dollar Tree Plus section. It is $3 and it is quite large, a very substantial piece. I love the framing around it, and you could totally make this a double-sided sign as well. So here I'm going to paint it with my Waverly Elephant chalk paint, and I'm painting the whole thing because if you paint your base a darker color, then the lines on the calendar page tend not to show through. So here I am. I cut this calendar page to the size of this large frame, but of course it's going to need to be a little smaller to go in the middle, so I just use my fingernail to go around and see where I need to cut. You can create a crease with your fingernail and then cut that. Then using a glue stick, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this beautiful Happy Harvest picture to the inside of my frame, and I'm also going to add a tiny little shoestring bow to the top and kind of tack down the tails where I want it. Again, this is super easy, super customizable. Use any calendar page you like or print out a page of decoration from your computer, like a beautiful wall setting or whatever you like. And here's what this looks like. Again, you could easily make this double-sided, and again, you can reuse this by removing that calendar page. Okay, so now I'm just going to give you a few sneak peeks of the fall decor that I have already placed out in my home. I am not done. You'll see some places where I am still working on, but I thought it might be fun to share a few little sneak peeks. And for those of you who frequent my channel often, by the way, I appreciate you so much. You may recognize several of these DIYs. So here's a part in my dining room that I really love. I think this is so cute. I actually did end up adding that little harvest picture that we just made to that section. And here's my hutch with all of my little faux foods that I have been creating, and my grandmother's depression china. It's called Peach Luster. I absolutely love it. It was gifted down to me, so I love to use it for holidays. So here's what my hutch looks like. And then my little coffee bar is still a work in progress, but I've added some pumpkins and I've added this little caramel apple sign that I DIY'd. I'm going to be adding in some more stuff there. Here's just a little spot in my kitchen that I thought would be fun to give a bright pop of color. And here's my mantle. I'm still kind of working on this, but this is in the living room, and I kind of wanted a beautiful bluish, greenish, cream type color scheme here in the living room. So you may recognize several of these DIYs. And here's a couple pumpkins that I actually purchased from the plush section of Dollar Tree for $3. So those little pumpkins that were in the bird cages were from there. So here's some more decor, just some DIYs I've done and some sections of my home I decorated. Again, here are those $3 pumpkins, which I think is an amazing deal for $3. My son put them in that little bird cage kind of as a joke, and then I decided they looked kind of cute. Another pumpkin for $3 from the plus section. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm going to give you a brief reminder of everything we made. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and take care, friends. Here's the beautiful wreath we created. And you guys, if you enjoyed today's video and you would like me to share more Dollar Tree Plus DIYs, please let me know in the comments. Here's our little pumpkin trio that I think is so pretty. Our beautiful little Gather Here with Grateful Hearts decoration, and our galvanized pumpkin, and last but not least, our Happy Harvest sign. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I so much appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you soon.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft, and stay safe.